Welcome to Road to Billions podcast, the mentality of an entrepreneur. With your host, Moise Bertrand.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your host, Moise Bertrand, the Road to Billions podcast. It's been an amazing journey, you guys, and I constantly tell you guys that all the time because, it's my first time dropping another podcast again. It's been some weeks, and the reason it's been some weeks hasn't been a bad reason. Everything is a good reason, and I've been renovating a house right now, stuff like that. So, like I spoke to you guys on my last podcast. Well, not really. I didn't even drop that podcast yet. Sorry about that. I'm dropping a YouTube channel, a YouTube video later this week about how to buy your investment property. And I'll speak a little bit about why I look so like my clothes in there, what I was wearing and stuff like that. I was coming from a renovation spot, but overall, yeah, I'm working on a spot right now. It's going great. It's very tiring. I'm very much seeing it through though. I'm seeing it through because the spot that I'm developing, you guys, it's 40 minutes from where I stay at, so I got to go back and forth a lot every day. It takes a toll on me, my driving, my car, so I'm trying to take it day by day. I'm just trying to, little by little, just take it day by day. But we'll be good. We're gonna finish strong, and that's all I really, care about is finishing strong and seeing it through. But this episode isn't about, everything I was just talking about previously. It's about something I ran into, and I constantly see a lot that people, they don't really know the cons of it. They don't know the damage they do. And what I mean by that is a lot of people may insinuate that the best thing you could do is wait, right? Wait on the perfect moment. Wait on the perfect time. And there isn't no perfect time. You get me? When I tell people all the time, you have to master the art of timing. You have to master it. Knowing where to be at, knowing who to talk to, knowing where to hang at. That's the master of timing because we constantly run into problems. We all have obstacles we deal with every day. And sorry about that, you guys. And the biggest thing that happens is we let these problems deter us from the overall goal. And if our goal was to make $100,000 in a month and we made $7,000, you still do that times 12. You still making a great salary a year, even though you didn't make $100,000 a month for that month. I didn't know what your situation was. I didn't know how your plan was gonna make it. But I'm just giving you guys some numbers, right? You can't let stuff like that take you away because the art of timing is it's gonna happen when it needs to happen at the right time. But you have to be in a situation where not only you're going to have to get some access, you're going to have to get some additional knowledge to know how to get that $100,000 a month, and you're going to have to know the right people. So the only way you're going to be able to set your life up in the right sequence is by being in the right places. I honestly could just say this. When I was at work sometimes, I used to take a day off. They used to try to put me on a weekend schedule, and I used to just literally call off, and then I'll go to a networking event. And here I am now. You get me? Not everybody could do that. Some people work on Saturdays. Some people work on all type of different days. So everybody's schedule isn't, but the whole overall general population, let's just say is Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, right? And you got to ask yourself, when does a person really have time to go out there and network, right? And that's the perfect answer. And that's the perfect question I want you guys to ask yourself. You could do it. If you say you go to work from 9 to 5, then by the time you get home, it's 6 o'clock, and then you got to do all extra stuff. So 7:30 you get situated. Ask yourself, does one time out of every 3 months you go into a networking event, can that change your life in the next year? You're just taking a day off every 3 months. That's 4 times a year to go to a networking event. I didn't say every month so your boss doesn't start asking you what's going on. No. Every 3 months, because you just obviously want to make it gradual, but you still want to see exactly how you could tap in with those people you met. Because after you meet these people, knowledge isn't nothing if you don't apply it. You get me? So the art of timing is telling you, once you go to these networking events, and boom, you met the right people because this networking event was probably your first one, And it's going to happen. It's going to happen like coincidentally. Like the universe plays a very significant part in how things align. You get me? As long as you apply yourself, it's going to work out. So when I tell people, just go to the networking event, just go try it out. Man, you wouldn't believe I just met someone who's going to put me onto this. I'm like, there you go. I'm like, God gives you things in mysterious ways because you got to go look for it. You can't just have it come to you. I'm not going to expect pizza to come to my house if I never ordered pizza. But I could expect it to come because I'm putting myself in that already expectation. I ordered it. I already put it out there. You get me? And I said pizza because I hate pizza. But I bought some pizza yesterday for the renovation guys. And like I said, I'm one of those people who just like doing things for people. I'm like a real genuine person. I don't really care. Like I just want people to be fed and feel like, they care for it at the end of the day. You feel me? So when I do stuff like that, the art of timing could have told me. I could have met someone at Pizza Hut that would have, put me on and asked me why I'm buying pizza for. I'm like, for renovation guys. They could have been but I didn't meet somebody like that. But what I was telling you is that certain things can happen in alignment for what you're going for. You get me? You go into a network event, you may, like I said, meet someone who's going to put you on. And then eventually you could leave your job and however you want to do it, or even run up a bigger bag with your job. You get me? It doesn't matter how you want to play your cards. You just play your cards right. And I'm not the one to tell people what to do, with their life or their time. I'm someone who's actually going to tell people what they need to hear. You get me? Because we all need to hear something. At one point, I needed to hear people give me constructive criticism. And even though I didn't want to hear it at the time, I needed to hear it. You get me? So when I tell people, just go, go speak to that person. Go give that person a call. You don't know how people be like, man, that's crazy because I was just thinking about calling you, man, about this. I couldn't find your number. That's God connecting y'all. That's an alignment. When I tell people, go to the park, you meet a very nice young lady. She's sitting over there on a picnic. You say, hey, that's a really nice, blanket. She said, I appreciate you. You be like, can I ask you, what's your name? By the way, I'm about to walk away, but, I don't want to not know your name. She's going to give you your name, and next thing you know, her name, and boom, you guys are exchanging conversation. You might be like, wow, she's cool. I want to hang with this girl. And then boom, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, a year later, 2 months, you and her married. And it all started off with you being there at the perfect time. You probably was asking God for a woman, and he probably just seen that the woman you was going for or the women that you kept coming in contact with weren't in alignment with you, Even though he was giving you the women, you weren't specific about the women you wanted. You just said you want, a girl. But he just gave you anybody. And then when you started knowing and filtering what you wanted, then you finally came down to the person who is meant for you. And that was at a park. That was at a peaceful place. You see how things just fall into place? But it could happen anywhere, But I'm not taking nobody serious from the club. All right? I'm not taking nobody serious from the club. I had to repeat myself 2 times for that because that's not the art of timing. That's just saying I went out, had a great time, and we just, obviously just had a connection that night. And however it played out, you played out with somebody. But that's not, I don't call that the art of timing. I call that just whatever happened. But like I'm back to the point. Yeah, you have to master launching your business at the perfect time. You have to master writing down and speaking to people who know business. You have to understand that reaching out to people who do business on a constant basis is one of the best ways to get yourself into the door without having to go and knock on the door. You don't have to obviously walk through a door. You don't have to obviously knock on a door if the door is being open for you. You get me? Like, no, come right in. Door open, they open it for you, and you walk right in. Instead of you knocking, somebody have to, oh, I didn't know he was coming. You get me? So master the art of timing. I was just stepping out to go get some lunch. Come ride with me. Now you're going to have a great lunch with someone who's a millionaire, and boom, you guys are taking off in great conversation. He exchanged his contact with you. You do your thing, and then boom. So like I tell you guys constantly, it's not about how you go about in life. It's not about who's doing better than you do right now. It's about how could you master the art of timing. If you buy into the stocks right now, and then you get the right stocks, you might be rich in the next 5, 10 years because everybody overseeing that stock. I'm not saying it's a fast process. I'm not saying anything is fast. If it happens fast, it might go just as fast as it can. But it may not happen like that in every situation. You get me? So what I'm saying is you have to just master it. You have a song that you want to put out, drop it. You don't got you don't got no more money, but you have probably enough for a studio and music. Put your heart into it and then drop it. You just don't know. That might just be God saying, "Are you willing to sacrifice one last time before I give you everything that you asked for?" You get me? Because 6 degrees of life, like Nipsey Hussle said, we all know someone who's 6 people away from the biggest person we know. A celebrity. We're 6 connections away from knowing someone who knows someone that could put us in a situation that could forever and ultimately change our life. Like, I probably know someone who are 6 people away from Jay-Z. It's not hard to connect the dots once you start looking at your inner circle, because you have to master the art of timing. You have to master the people around you. Have to be around for a reason. So once you start evaluating the people in your inner circle, you're like, hold up. Okay, I could probably get to this person through this person, but I have to act on that time now, because that person may not even work there no more. Oh, that person don't even talk to that person no more. And you ask, it's a lot of stuff that plays that can make the situation go bad if you linger on it. The person may not be in contact with that person no more because their phone broke. Now they lost all their contacts. But before that phone broke, you was able to get a conversation with that person, get that person contact. Now you're able to connect with that person and still continue on the journey. But once that person you're waiting on to hit you up, it's never going to work like that. You have to attack your goals. You have to attack the ideas. When I'm sitting down on my computer and I'm doing this podcast, I sit around and I look around. I'm like, damn, like shit. You will really be mindful about the things you think about and speak about once you see the lifestyle you're living in, because all your past actions are your reflections of what you are and who you are today. You get me? So if you're not where you at today, it's not your fault. It's your past self fault. So you have to just forgive that past person you were, because like I said, you didn't master the art of timing back then. But now you're going to master it, because you know what you want. You know how you're going to go about it. You know how you're going to go and have certain things work out for you, because the past you couldn't see that. You get me? So what I'm telling you guys is, just do it. Just get out there and do the things that you might be afraid of, because you might fuck around and you might have a $100,000 check coming to you, but you never took advantage of the skills and talent you have because you're afraid of what people gonna say about you. Me, I don't care what people say about me. You know how many horrible things people said about me? To this day, they still say probably some horrible things, but they tune in. They listen to my podcast. They watch me. I see these people watch me, but they can't get up on me. And when I say that is, I mastered the art of timing. That was the old me. New me is, we would never be in the same place because I'm always moving around. I'm not on the same type of time you on. I'm not going for the same thing you going for. So I'm mastering the things that I want in life by going and taking objectives that I want. I'm no longer holding people alongside with me to take them to the top with me. You have to master your own art of timing. You get me? Because my experiences is going to allow you to have experience. You get me? My experience is going to allow you to see my experience as a catalyst to go ahead and make an experience out of whatever you're making an experience out of. So whatever I'm telling you is, you have to master the art of timing. You have to get away from people who are delaying your success, because they may not see you as someone who, they may not see you as a friend. They may see you as competition, low key, or they may be jealous of you. And you may not peep it. I know a lot of women tell me all the time, man, she was hating on me the whole time. I'm like, she probably was. But it's good that you mastered the art of timing. The art of timing came into play because you probably prayed for something and now the situation unfolded. The same way you pray for success, the same way you could pray for, disengagement from people, disengagement from situations. So we all are doing something that's trying to get us to the top. I hope we are. I wish and I pray you guys are doing things every day that's going to take you to the top, because I am. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you guys on my life story. I came from sleeping on the air mattress 5 months. You get me? Now living in a 1-1 apartment in the city I wanted manifested, and I have everything I want. I'm fulfilled in my life, and I'm doing what I love. You get me? I mastered the art of timing. I started being an entrepreneur years ago, and it's something that became my foundation of my life today. I'm doing things that I love, man. I don't really care about what other people got going on. I don't care about no comparison. because their timing isn't my timing. Someone who's 30 may not be able to compare to me, and I may never be able to compare to someone who's 30 because at 30, they already got experience on me, whatever they're doing. You get me? But a 30-year-old can never compare to me because the timing of life right now is different. His timing is different, but he can relate to me. You get me? But he can never see what's going on in today's society within my age group because his age group is at a different timing and things like that. 30-year-olds, they probably, of course, if they bought real estate 10 years ago, they'll be much rich, right now because real estate went up crazy. Me 10 years ago, I was 15. I couldn't buy no real estate. I wish I was able to set up some type of master crazy plan to get my parents to do something like that, but I didn't know the knowledge. So it's all about art of timing. It's about being born. It's about being in the right places. It's about talking to the right people. It's about having the right contacts. It's about having the right values. It's also about saying the right things, because you may not say something that could have caused you not to get a deal. You may have said something that could have got yourself a new connect. I said something out my mouth to someone the other day, and they was able to get me the help I needed. Hey, I need XYZ for this. Cool, I got somebody cool, bet. And I'm like, damn, I appreciate you, because I was honestly lost, and I was asking God for, some help on that. And it came. But I had to go look for it. I mastered the art of timing because I thought about the person, and I didn't say, I was going to call this person tomorrow or next week or XYZ. As soon as I thought about the person, I went ahead and I hit them up. I said, XYZ, hey, do you have? And then they was like, yeah. He does. He's free right now. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, yes. You get me? So it's really just the thought of intuition, alignment, purpose, and then knowing that if whatever you put out there is going to work out no matter what. So master the art of timing, you guys. I appreciate you guys for listening to the podcast. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, billionaire_moist or billionaire_mo. It's one of those things. And link is in my bio as well on billionaire_moist. I'm dropping a real estate syndication flyer this week, you guys. Everybody who wants to become a real estate syndicator. In other words, people who want to raise capital and help, buy real estate and, of course, get some equity and XYZ, some incentives on every deal. Be sure to look out for that. It will be posted very soon on my page, on Smart Capital page, on Bright Raven page, on my developer page. And, we're just going to be working on things and getting people more into real estate as well. Also, the mentorship as well, you guys, is dropping really soon. That's going to go really well for everybody who's been inquiring, everybody who's been tapping in. We will have a financing option for it, so you won't necessarily have to hurp and throw all your money into it. We have a very easy and affordable financing office that caters to everybody, who's going to allow us to help them take their A plan to Z. We're going to take it from A to Z. What do you want to do? Okay, you want to accomplish this. Okay, cool, we could do that. But this is how we're going to go about it. But we have to get you in the mentorship program, people, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get the one-on-one training. Well, it's really two-on-one training, Mr. Daniels and I. And we're just going to give you guys everything that you guys has been having asking us on our lives, DMs, and just like texting us and calling us about. So once again, I appreciate you guys for listening to Road to Billions podcast. It's been an amazing journey, and you guys continuously chase your dreams.